Put me on the day of the daily.
I don't know.
Day of the dawn of the dead.
I'm thinking about maybe doing like a song of the week for my podcast. Because I think of good songs way more than I think of good quotes, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know whose idea it was to do quote of the week. That was really stupid. It's probably yours.
Fire song off the top of your head.
And
you're a bitch.
Bonfire Sessions by King Fantastic.
Nice. I'll have to listen to it. Everyone, you go listen to it.
You've already heard it.
I have?
Yeah, I've played it multiple times.
Bonfire.
Huh?
Or is that a different bonfire?
That might be Childish Gambino.
Yeah. No.
No, it's not.
That's a different bonfire. How many bonfires are there? We should have a bonfire sometime.
No, we can listen to it later.
Yeah, but we should have a bonfire sometime.
Let's do it. Where are we gonna have it?
I'm gonna have a bonfire.
Drop the location
on
right
the
now.
beach this week.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to the beach, dude, and I'm gonna make a fire on the sand.
Are you really?
Yeah. Nobody's gonna stop me.
Probably someone will.
I don't fucking care.
If you caring, that's not really up to the law to decide its jurisdiction.
Little fire.
Much like what you said to me this morning when I was going to work. Yet another great first morning conversation.
I heard the door jingle like when you start to get when you first come down the stairs and start to get your shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I gotta think of something. And I had a really hard day. Also, episode 20 of season 2 of the podcast.
Episode 20, almost legal, and you know what that means. You can almost vote. No, that's 18.
I was gonna say it means when I get back from vacation, we're gonna have a heavy drinking episode.
Oh boy!
And episode isn't of the podcast, not like an episode.
Yeah. We're not just gonna become alcoholics for an episode.
Yeah, but I had a hard day at work. What were we talking about just before that? Hard day.
What you said to me when I walked out the door.
Oh yeah. What was it? It was what's the legality of
a fight to the death?
No, trial by combat to the death.
Yeah, you might have used the word duel, but
oh yeah, it was a duel to the death.
And I said, what did I say? I said, I believe the law still has its jurisdiction. Whoever wins is going to jail.
Yeah, but it's not like just murder, and it's not just like a street brawl. It's a
but
duel to the death. There's honor
who's making
involved.
that honor rule?
I don't know.
The two people involved, wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
This is your scenario, dude.
Well, I'm just thinking back,
okay, so the two people involved in the duel to the death, you're saying whoever wins, there should be no law provocations.
If it's like a set out duel to the death, maybe there's a form you fill out. You put it into the the DMV or something, and then you duel to the death.
Little side note, no. Solely because if you kill somebody, if you take another person's life,
right,
you're going to do time for that.
You shouldn't have to.
But
Not all the time.
If you take someone's life and you go to the judge and you're like, I swear, dude, we made an agreement.
We made an agreement. There was no beef. We had no ill intentions towards each other.
We made an agreement.
It was just a commitment we made.
We made an agreement to the death. A duel. Yeah. Walk 6 feet apart, or 6 paces away, and then turn and shoot. I just got him.
No, not guns. Cleavers and swords.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like medieval, medieval duel.
Your
to the
Honor,
death. Not
Your
like
Honor,
a shootout.
Your Honor, I was just simply enacting my right, and we made an agreement that it was going to be a duel to the death. Mm-hmm. I had a sword. The judge interrupts, and he's like, the other man was unarmed.
You were in a Walmart.
He's like, you were in a Walmart. We found copious amounts of PCP in your bloodstream. How do you explain this? And that's when you get home from work.
There was white powder all over your face. You kind of blacked out and ate 3 dozen white powder donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, after doing a shit ton of cocaine.
By the way, this segment is just going to be the opening of the podcast. It's going to be what dumb shit you said to me in the morning. And then my 20-minute interpretation of it driving to work, because that's when I just turn my brain off and go. As soon as I pull out of here, dude, I'm a non-sentient human being until I get to work. Do you ever feel like that? You've got a longer drive to work than I do?
I feel like a non-sentient human being at work.
No, because at work I still have to be paying attention to shit, or else stuff's gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, I was throwing boxes last night, so I literally just
Right, but if you don't throw boxes fast enough, you fuck up the line and shit, right?
Uh,
So you have to still focus on what you're doing.
yeah, but
when
to
you're
an
at-
extent, I can just put myself on autopilot.
When you're at your job, you're paying attention to what you're doing. You know.
yeah, all I
Not
really
all
have
the
to do
time,
is
but-
find a barcode and just,
Right.
However,
when I'm driving to and from work, it's like nothing time. You know, it's just the 20
Facts.
minutes it takes to get home for me.
yeah, there's days I won't listen to music at all just because I'm like, I just need to be
I won't ever do that.
I'm just like, my brain needs to be quiet.
Yeah, and I can't do that. I need music.
Yeah, dude, if I've had like a really, really bad day, I'm like, at that point, like, no type of music is gonna like fucking help me out. Like, if I listen to happy shit, I'm like,
Let's
this
do
is.
a podcast. That's what I do.
Well,
When
yeah.
I'm in a bad mood in the morning, I'll put on Basement Yard or something.
Oh, I thought you said do a podcast. I was like, you don't want to listen to me fresh off a bad shift.
No, God, no.
No.
I don't want, dude, listen. So one time, me and my sister had to make a little road trip for unknown reasons. I know them, but you don't.
I know them.
You know them, but they don't. And what's up?
Scooch over a little bit because I'm not in the middle.
You,
I mean, I'm not.
you're
like,
not in the front and
we're
center.
Not. We're not centered. We're not.
Because it's
centered.
all about
now
you now. Okay,
Now we're
I
centered.
see. Okay, I get it.
No, there's a border, and I didn't want to be over
I
here.
get it. I get it. Well,
okay?
here's the deal.
Plus, I just wanted.
Tell your scoliosis to lean this way. So.
I just wanted some skin.
Stop. Stop it.
Anyways, quiet time
You
music.
know I'm not wearing pants
Quiet
during
time
this
with
episode.
you.
I'm doing laundry and I'm not. Don't talk about the skin, all right?
I saw a video of myself. I'm not gonna say who took it, but it was a year ago. Not a year ago. Maybe
You took
not
it
a year
yourself,
ago.
didn't you?
No, but it was a video from probably not a year ago. Maybe like 2 or 3 or 4 months ago. But it's a video of like me drunk as shit. I think it was just you, me, and one other person. And I'm not gonna say who it is, but you know who it is.
Is that the person that took the video?
Yeah.
So
And literally,
first initial.
we're just. I'm not gonna say we're drunk as shit and
First initial?
dicking around, and this person is shouting mean things at me while we're drunk, and I just pull out my balls. What? It's just a video of it. I'm like, that's you. You didn't delete that. That still exists. Get rid of that.
Where is
I'm like,
this?
that's incriminating.
Is okay. So first initial.
Dude,
Is it a boy or a girl?
hard to tell.
20 questions.
Sure, that's 2.
That was one of them.
That was 2 of them. You just asked 2 questions. All right, what's your third question?
How well do I know them?
I don't know. You probably spend more time with them than I do.
Fuck, that doesn't help me at all. What time frame was this at again?
Probably
Around the Batwing era?
no. No, this was probably last month.
Last month?
Yeah, it was pretty.
It was you, me, and one other person. Okay, I know. Wait, what? You pulled your balls out that time?
just on camera. I faced away from you and just towards her, like her and the phone.
It was a her then.
Huh?
You said hard to tell.
Yeah,
and she
well, it's
said
hard to. I said it's hard to tell. That doesn't mean it's not still a girl.
Okay, wow. So your balls are on camera. Everybody
Yeah.
go scour the internet for Jordan's balls. I'm
I'm
going to find this photo as fast as I can,
Yeah.
and I'm going to scour it all over the internet.
At OnlyFans, Jordan pulls his ball pull out.
Don't follow him on OnlyFans. I'll post it all on Reddit for free.
My OnlyFans is Jordan Ball Pit.
Is that what your taint is? It's like the armpit for your balls?
Dude, you ever cough so hard that you pull a muscle down there?
No.
Dude, I was like, first off, I was hitting my cart, and it was like, as I was getting home from work, I was hitting my cart, and I hit this motherfucker so hard that I pulled a muscle right here, and then I was like, well, I'm not gonna do that like on in my
You
lack.
pulled a muscle hitting a cart?
I pulled a muscle in like my coughing. I pulled a muscle in like my lack of ab, like coughing. And I was like, that was bad. I'm not going to do that again. So I hit it again. And this time I was like, don't stress your fucking stomach too hard and pull another muscle. And then I popped a muscle in my taint. And I was like, that's so much worse.
It's spreading.
Oh, it's so bad, dude. It was so fucking.
What the fuck,
dude? I was literally in my car just, oh shit.
Why are you...
And I was like, shift gear.
why are you... What?
I was like, put it in
How
first.
big of hits are you taking?
I was like, put it in first.
You're blowing your fucking taint out from smoking weed?
No, not weed. Cart.
Same thing.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, dude, I blew my back out.
You blew your back out in your taint, dude? Your fucking
dude.
ball pit?
And it didn't even let me finish.
You blew out your ball pit.
It just fucked me, didn't let me finish and left.
Yeah, well, they get it, and that's it.
That's it. They get it. That's who, not us.
Yeah.
Who doesn't get it? You and me.
I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't give it to you, so I don't know who else would.
I'm not going to get it anywhere else.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
Fucking,
yeah. Anyway. Cut that out, Carter. I don't know what that's for, but it's not our audience.
I don't know what that meant, but I liked it.
I'm going to just bleep it. You know what? I'm just going to bleep it and let you guys guess what it was.
Something about butt and puss or something.
I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you guys know it wasn't for y'all.
Yeah.
You know, that was just Carter's brain speaking to you.
Yeah, and that was Jordan's brain half receiving it per usual.
Per usual. Anyway, bud, tell me what was so bad about this day at work.
Speaking of half receiving things.
Oh yeah, you do the segue. That's cool.
Yeah, I
fucking twit.
Basically.
Go ahead.
My job last night had nothing to do with receiving, so that was not even a good segue. I was in a dark trailer throwing boxes, and then half the shift I was outside of a trailer still throwing boxes. But basically, I was working with two new hires and my buddy Kalen. And Kalen and a new hire were on the line. They were working the line, putting everything on pallets, putting everything in cage carts, receiving everything, whatever. And me and this other new hire were mindlessly just throwing boxes on the line, right? When it gets backed up on their side, because half the freight we throw goes straight through the warehouse and the people on the line don't have to touch it, but the other half of the stuff they have to touch because they have to put on pallets because it's getting stored in the warehouse. Mm-hmm. So when their side gets backed up, I'm expected to, if it's backed up for longer than 30 seconds, like the line stops for longer than 30 seconds, I'm expected to go out there and help them, right? So I go out there. I'm out there like 20 minutes helping them clear the line. Just basically, they should have just scheduled me on the line instead of the new hire because it's not hard to mindlessly throw boxes.
Well, yeah, but you said you're looking at labels and shit, and they don't know what they're looking at.
Yeah, they're new. That's why
Plus,
it was an issue.
It sounds to me
suck just because they don't know how to do it yet.
As from my perspective, if I was there, I would be like, if I'm new here, just put me on the line. I'll just throw boxes.
No.
It just sounds like
the line isn't throwing boxes. Throwing is throwing. Working the line is receiving.
But you're just putting boxes on a line, are you not?
No, when you're receiving, you're taking boxes off the line. You're palletizing them in like a pattern that is
what they were doing?
most efficient, and then you build it up to a certain height. You have a rod that you can only build at certain height, and then depending on how many boxes and what height it is, you receive it as a certain height, certain amount of freight. You put a label on the front, bottom right, and then on both sides, and then you have to rubber band the boxes on the pallet. Meanwhile, there's like 80 more boxes coming down the line that are waiting to be put on a pallet.
Move or don't move, you know?
Yeah.
Move or get fired, pretty much.
No matter how fast you work, like if there's boxes consistently coming down the line, it's going to get stopped up because you still have to take those moments to rubber band it, print out the labels, put the labels on. Meanwhile, shit is still coming, right?
And if I know management, they know that the job has 4 steps, and each 4 steps take 10 minutes. And you're like, not true. My bosses will be like, go run out and do this job real quick. It should take like an hour or 2. And I'm like, it's 2:00. It's going to take 4 hours, 5 hours. Mm-hmm. Are you crazy? They have no concept of like outdoor time, you know?
And neither one of my managers...
I feel like management has no concept of like inbound time.
And my issue is neither one of my managers have actually worked the inbound floor at all.
That's your fucking problem.
My new manager got moved from outbound, being an outbound manager, to my department because we didn't have an extra manager. And then my first manager just graduated college and they gave her the job, you know.
Inbound and outbound are significantly different, right?
Yeah, because
outbound's probably just
one
loading
gets and
fucking
one
trailers.
gives, you know. One's a greedy motherfucker and one's like happy to share with others. You know, two completely different animals.
Which one are you?
I work for the greedy motherfuckers that take.
They take it all.
So basically, I was flexed out is what it's called when you flex out to the line and help them like clear out. You help them clear the line. But I was flexed out for 20 minutes. I was helping them while this new hire that's literally I was training that day had never worked, had never thrown like in that department ever. Like, it was maybe her 3rd week.
It was you.
So it was her first. No, I've been there. But it was like her.
No, but you when you started.
Well, everyone when they started.
Right.
But
so be patient with her.
I was patient. No, she did an amazing job.
Be good.
She was awesome. She was throwing by herself for that entire 20 minutes because I was out there helping them with the line. So she's just there like throwing by herself when we should both be throwing. It would have been more efficient for the department, not training-wise, because the new hire that was on the line was learning how to work the line. But it would have been more efficient if both of the seniors that have been working there, so me and my buddy Kalen, were working the line, and then both of them were just mindlessly throwing like robots, you know?
Yeah.
Like that, our numbers would have been so much better, but I understand like
at the same
that
time,
person needs to be trained.
They got to learn.
Yeah, but their way of training is just kind of throw them in there and just like swim or drown.
Yep.
But I was flexed for 20 minutes. I walk back into the trailer, and I'm throwing with this new hire for 2 minutes, and we're throwing fast enough that in 2 minutes it stops up again. So I don't even count to like 30 seconds. I just peek my head out the trailer to see like where it's at if I need to flex out. And my manager, I'm gonna call Jay, looks around the corner and she's like, "You need to be flexing out." I've been out there 20 minutes and I've been in here 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I just got. Okay, I'll flex out.
Yeah.
You know. So I flex out. Later in the shift, I'm throwing boxes. The guy that's driving the RC is just bringing the boxes to the front of the conveyor, like the door that we normally like put the conveyor in. We had to send that trailer out because we finished it. So this guy's just bringing pallets over for us to throw on the conveyor.
Yeah.
So we get the new trailer in like the main door. So the light goes green. I lift open the door. I call Kalen over to come check out the boxes because it looks like non-conveyable boxes, which if it's non-conveyable, the department we're working uses almost only conveyors. So, like, we can't use this trailer, like, send this down to the non-conveyable area. So we're looking at this fucking trailer maybe, like, 2-3 minutes. My manager comes back again and is like, "Hey, Jordan, you need to be flexing out to the line." But Kalen's working the line. And we're both standing over here. I'm working throwing.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I the one that has to go flex over when it's literally his job?
And you're trying
Why
to
are
decide if the boxes need to be
we're
thrown.
trying to figure out this situation because if this is going to be an issue, we're going to lose a lot of time if we don't figure out what's wrong with it. Like we're trying, and like the new hires don't know. They don't know. The guy that's on the RC almost fucking killed the new hire, dropping 2 pallets of boxes that. Like, literally, it was a 10-foot high pallet of boxes that he picked up the back half of it, and it just went forward.
It just almost crushed the dude.
It fell so far, probably from here to, it dropped, like, a consistent strand of boxes from here to, like, the dishwasher.
Holy fuck.
And then it pushed the pallet that was, like, at, like, around where the dishwasher was, up against the door and in front of the conveyor where the new hire was standing.
Oh my
So if she didn't get the fuck out of the way, she was going to get injured.
Holy shit.
Luckily, I'm smart and I know that they're idiots, and I was standing way to the left behind a concrete post.
And you were not about to fucking save anybody.
No, but you know where my manager was when that happened? Nowhere to be seen. None of them.
Yeah, dude, here's the deal. It sounds like your managers suck. It sounds like they just walk around and just fucking yell at people.
Yeah. And then there was literally one more time that same manager, like I put my head out because at that point I'm counting. Every single time the line stops, I'm like, they said 30 seconds. So if they call me out there before 30 seconds, I'm going to be like, it hasn't been 30 seconds yet. Stop giving me shit. So I'm literally counting. I'm like peeking my head out. I'm at 15. And she's like, "Jordan, you need to be flexing out." I'm like, "This motherfucker." I'm like, "Hey, Jay!" She's like starting to walk away because she just came over to like piss me off. I was like, "Jay." Christian earlier when he was explaining like the process of art to the new hire, he said it's a 30-second rule. And she was like, "Well, I think you should just come out when it reaches like this line right here." I was like, then you two need to get together and get your story straight, because he's telling this new hire that doesn't know any better that it's 30 seconds. And if it's not 30 seconds, then you need to correct that. Like, that's not my fucking fault.
Right.
So I go back into the trailer, like, way later in the shift. Again, I'm counting every fucking time. They're pissing me off so much. I'm so ready to go home. I had 3 weeks of not working under that management team, and I had a relaxing. I was working for myself, working at my own pace, but I was getting shit done, you know? And I go back in there, and I'm being bullied for one straight shift.
Because you've been gone for 3 weeks, dude.
Yeah. I had my other manager.
They're like, oh, we're making this life hell, dude.
Yeah, my other, like, up manager, I had a situation with where I wasn't using, like, a half dock plate, because we had a truck pull in that one door was closed because boxes were leaning up against, like, the door, so they only opened one side of it. So we have to clear the boxes on both sides so they're not up against the door, and then they'll drive it out, open the door, and drive it back in. But when it's only one door, you can't put up the dock plate, so there's a gap between, like, the building and the trailer right there, and we have, like, these little half dock plates. And she was like, she came over and was like, hey, I know you're new to art. I know Jordan's been here a little while, but, like, when the door is open, like, we only have one door open, we're supposed to use the half dock plate so that you don't fall, like, in the crack in between, because people have, like, twist their ankles and, like,
oh, I'm sure they have. Idiots. Step over it.
Hey, man, I know a lot of people that have done it, is all I'm saying.
Are they idiots?
No, it's
How
just,
big's this gap? Yeah.
it's big enough to fall through.
Don't fucking twist your ankle and some shit like that.
But if you're carrying boxes and shit, it just happens sometimes. But
okay, so use
like,
the dock plate then.
So yeah, exactly. And
why weren't you using the dock plate?
She was explaining all that.
You were an idiot. You were one of the dummies.
I go to get a dock plate because, for one, there wasn't any in our area.
No, that's no excuse.
Yeah.
Take that as a chance to go walk.
I'm being bitched at for not being where I'm supposed to be. You want me to go all the way to the other side of the building to find a dock plate?
Just wait till they bitch at you. You gotta wait until they bitch at you for the wrong thing, and just be like, "What the fuck do you want me to do right?"
Exactly.
Do you want me to be here, or do you want me to get the goddamn dock plate?
Well, what ended up happening is I went out to get a dock plate because I was like, I went out to get it, and then she kind of, like, walked behind me, and she was like, Jordan, working with no dock plate with, like, a new hire, and
she tried to shame you for
it. No,
dude, Jay sucks.
No. This wasn't Jay. This was
Who
the
was
other
this?
manager.
Chrissy?
This
was this Chrissy?
No, but this was a nice situation. This was actually, looking back, the least, like, conflict I've had with a manager that night.
I got it. I got you.
She's walking behind me. And she's like, Jordan, working without a dock plate with a new hire, and I just go, well, I was. No excuse. I just forgot. I was like, I'm not gonna pretend like I have a reason. I just completely forgot about it. And she was like, it's okay. You're fine. Like, I'll go find one. Well, she didn't say she would go find one because I went to find one. You just
wished she had.
Yeah, well, I figured she wouldn't because it didn't seem like the kind of thing that she would go out and do. Yeah, so I walk all the way down to, like, the other line of, like, because it's, like, split in half, or, like, the art department is split in half. So I go down to the other side, and one of the doors has two of them. I'm like, well, this is where the issue is. So I bring one, I bring it over, and by the time I get back, she had already placed it in the door, and she had found a different one. So I just have this one in my hand. It's like this big-ass, like, plastic steel, like, walking path, and I'm like, well, I'll go find somewhere to put this now.
Put it by her shit, because she got that shit from somewhere. Dude, that sounds like dude.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Will you answer my question?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to say it once. I'm never say it again. Why do you do this to yourself? Like,
money,
my job.
Finances.
So my job is fun work, shitty management, and shit pay. I often ask myself, why do I do this to myself? But it's like, I like the work.
Yeah.
But, like, your work sucks too.
Well,
but you have good pay.
All right.
Is it just the good pay? Because dude, working in a warehouse sounds like a nightmare. You should come work with me.
Well, I should have started with this. I started the shift off bad. Let me.
Oh, you did shrooms.
Oh
yeah.
Dude, I was drunk as fuck, tripping. I was hot. No.
Yeah, and before he left, he was telling me how much he hated women.
Yeah,
just
dude.
Like,
so much cocaine in the gays.
In the gays, man.
Dude, and African Americans. Jordan is my best friend at work. And
dude, you say that?
Maybe
you
in
say
general,
that and it makes you sound like a fucking schizophrenic.
What?
When you're talking about Jordan, You're like, Jordan's my best friend at work.
Right.
And we're like, yeah,
Right.
buddy, I'm sure he is. I'm
Right.
sure he is. You're just talking to yourself in the fucking mirror at work.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back. So
No,
later in that shift, Chrissy
Wake up.
Chrissy comes up, and so basically the manager's station is I'm working line 3. There's line 4 over here. The manager's section is in between line 3 and 2. Okay, so my door, basically looking out the trailer, you can just see where he works on his little computer. So you like look out the door and he's right there. So
this is the little manager, by the way.
Yeah, the little manager. So the line stops, and I'm standing there for a minute. I'm counting on my hand. I count to 5, 6 times, like 5 Mississippi 6 times, and then I walk out. So I'm standing there, and I look up, and he's like, you need to be flexing out, you know? He's like pointing at me. I'm like, I literally walk over, and I talked to him from across the line. I was like, you said 30 seconds to the new hire at the beginning of the shift.
That was the guy who said it? Chrissy?
Yeah.
Fuck Chrissy.
Chrissy. And I was like, I counted to 5. I was like, I had 25 seconds to go. And he just goes, okay, 28, 29, 30, go. I was like, you were not counting that whole fucking time. Yeah. There's no fucking way. You're bullshitting.
Yeah, that was just a ruse.
But I literally told him, I was like, yeah, you said at the beginning of the shift, 30 seconds. It's only been 5. I'll go flex out. But,
figure your shit out.
Yeah, you were telling this new hire 30 seconds. And then he starts counting like he's been counting. You weren't counting because it's not been 30 seconds.
It's like when you walk in on in a TV show, you walk in on a different character and he's like 97, 98, 99. Yeah, I did 100.
Yeah.
You know? It's the same shit.
100,000, 100, and 100.
Dude,
fuck off.
My job has a really bad tendency not to shout you out or blow your shit up, but they have a really bad tendency of miscommunicating the standards of the office. So I'll go out and do something by this person's standard, and they'll be like, someone else will just be like, what the fuck did you do it like this for? And I'm like, what? That's what they told me. That's how they told me to do it.
If there's an issue with the way that I'm doing something, it's because I was taught the way how to do that, and you need to look at your training staff and make sure that there's a proper guideline to do our job.
Yeah.
Because training in art, you don't get trained in art. They're like, you're going to work art today, and whoever you're with will probably just explain it to you as they go.
Yeah.
Because if not, then they're going to be working by themselves.
Yeah.
You know? So if I didn't train this motherfucker, I was going to be working throwing boxes by myself all night.
That's kind of how I am at my job. If I don't train you how to put stakes in the ground, I'm going to be doing it myself. Yeah. So I'm going to obviously teach you something, but I'm not a good teacher. I cannot teach anybody how to do that job.
Yeah. I could do it. I could I'm a good at explaining what we need to do. The shift before, I actually trained someone the entire shift on a position that I learned 2 weeks ago, you know?
Yeah.
But the issue is they asked me to be a trainer and there was no pay bump. And they were going to throw me in the really slow place to train the new hires.
The slow place.
And I told them, no other way to explain it.
It's the quiet place.
Yeah.
But it's just all fucking...
It's a whole different movie, motherfucker.
Oompa Loompas?
Yeah, but I told them, I was like, no, I'm more interested in actually advancing in this company, financially. So I was like, I don't really want to be...
Oh, really?
I want to make more money. Yeah. If, the promotion, plus if the new hires, which during peak season, they're going to be hiring fucking 4 people, 5 people a week.
I bet if you go tell that garage you used to work at, hire you back at what you're getting paid now at Target, they'd hire you.
They wouldn't.
I bet they would.
Not for the same price.
I bet they would.
They wouldn't, because I had that conversation on my way out. They were like, we can't do anything close to that.
Yeah, because they're broke.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But basically,
I just thought it was a stab in the dark, you know?
Yeah, I turned down
Maybe you could
the
get
training
back to
position.
the other job that you hated.
Hey, I worked at the deli before the dealership, and I might go back to that deli. I'm not going to lie, because I was making...
Deli?
Yeah, I worked at a deli in a grocery store.
Where? What grocery store?
Martin's,
dude.
Yeah, I worked in a deli for 7 months.
What?
Dude, I was making 16 an hour working in a deli.
Really?
I quit that job and I was making 12 an hour working at a dealership.
Bruh.
Because I went to college.
Never knew you worked at a deli?
Yeah, it was tough, dude. It was I did so much I dealt with so much raw chicken and I don't fear I don't fear poultry anymore. You know what I mean? I don't fear the birds.
Well, I could point a couple episodes back that say otherwise.
Shut up.
You talked about how you were afraid of raw chicken. Yeah.
Shut up.
No, I won't.
All right. Well, since I started smoking nicotine, everything makes me gaggy. So
What?
I don't know. Nicotine just makes me gaggy. Like I could gag right now.
It suppresses your appetite for sure. I know that.
Yeah. Well,
gagging
suppresses my appetite.
Nicotine, it's like you get super fucking hungry and shit. It's like the munchies, but weeks long.
So you were saying like, why what's you don't like your job? I get money, whatever. Why do you still work there? The last 3 weeks.
I wasn't saying any of that.
Well, you said something earlier about like I have a job that I like and like.
Dude, what are you on?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm drinking some beer. I took a shot before the pod. We smoked a little bit.
Do you want to take a sip of this?
You know, I'm on a little bit of like, I'm chilled from my.
You don't want to sip
I'm
of
just stupid. Sorry.
It's good shit, yeah.
Is that apple, Crown Peach, and apple juice?
That's apple, Crown, and Sprite.
Sprite. I didn't get any Sprite. I didn't get any like fizz
It's been sitting
I just
out
got
for
it
a little bit.
Yeah, I just got the apple from it.
Fun fact for the listeners out there: Jordan takes 30-minute shits, and Sprite goes flat in about 28. So
sometimes I do. Hey, I've had some like bad shit,
dude. Yeah, you have honestly.
But
okay, so
that's why. Go ahead,
The
so
other
I can talk.
The other day, Jordan knocked on the door while I was in the shower, and he was like, "I'm sorry, dude, I got a shit."
I
was
out of
like,
there as fast as possible. Too.
I was like, "Dude, this doesn't happen." I was like, "Of course, come in, come inside, brother."
Yeah,
my brother in Christ, dude, come take a shite.
Come take a shite while I shower.
Like, right?
Waffle stop and shit.
Yeah, but it's okay. Like, whatever. I didn't like smell it because the fan was on, so it's all good. Like,
well,
it doesn't matter.
I take quiet shits.
I'm a big person who like if it matters, it matters, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. You know.
Yeah. And what I mean by quiet shits, hold on.
We're having two conversations.
Yeah, it's okay.
Who are you talking to? Because I'm talking to the door
the giraffe.
behind you. I'm talking to the door behind you. Oh my God.
I'm talking to the wall, dude.
We don't even do this podcast together anymore. We're not here at the same time.
Fuck whatever I was going to say anyways. It doesn't matter.
Jordan works weekend nights and I work weeks. So like we do this shit. There's a wall right here and we actually do this.
And if I cross it, he yells at me.
And we do this separate. We do this separately and we just sync them up so well that you guys don't even know.
It's just
so like when we high
cropped
five
with like a TikTok filter. It's right
perfectly
there.
In the middle. It's not, but it is.
And we use the window as like a buffer because we can Photoshop everything white behind us.
And also we lie to you guys because what are you gonna do? We edit it, so
you can fucking find us.
We can make it whatever you want, huh, bitch? Sorry.
Anyway, so I take quiet shits, and when I say quiet shits, I don't mean like
you don't scream when you take them.
No, I scream. It's very loud.
It was violent.
The farts are like on the fucking Richter scale, right? But when I mean quiet shit, I mean like when you get weed that's loud.
Did you say Richter scale?
Rectum scale.
Like the rectum scale.
Fuck, I should have just said. Damn it. All right, anyways,
Richter scale.
But you know, like when you like buy weed and it's like loud. Like I have quiet shits,
Shut
you know.
The fuck up, Mom. What the fuck?
You know when you buy loud.
Do you know when you buy the pot and it's loud?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? What?
You know when you go to your local friend and you buy that loud reefer, you know? My shit is quiet. You know?
Your fucking weed is quiet, dude. That's
if you
what
have
you're
loud shit, dude, you know?
I've been known to have loud shit. You want to hear a good story about one time I had loud shit?
Like
okay.
Rectum scale
like
or like
Richter scale kind of fucking shit, you know? So one time I had the bad squirts, you know, the bad squirts out my bum.
My
you all know
bum
the kind. Don't need to be shy of it. We've all been there. We've all had it.
Like the spaghetti liquid?
Spaghetti liquid, yes. The one time I had this, it was during the time that we all would go to church in the morning and then go hang out in the city at the mall and shit until it was time for youth group. So I had to shit real bad, and so the only place like around was Target. So I went to Target and I sat down And I was like, oh my God, there's another person in the stall. This was when I was like 16, 15, you know.
I can't do it while someone's next to me.
I was young, dude, when I was exact same
At
way.
At this point, I'm like, I hope they hear and start a conversation. I'm bored.
Dude, you're going to spoil it. Exact same fucking way I felt, you know. I was sitting there and I was like, oh, I'm going to wait until this guy leaves. I have to shit really bad, but I'm going to wait. All of a sudden, this dude fucking lets loose with the nastiest sounding shit I've ever just dumping it into the fucking bowl.
Yeah, that was an emergency exfil.
And I was like, okay, stranger, okay.
Okay, stranger.
And I let my bowels loose. Just
yeah.
like,
we'll see.
Dude, we just fucking had a battle for like 30 seconds of who could shit the loudest.
To the death?
And then I ended the fucking conversation with, that fucking Taco Bell, man. I swear to God. And he was like, yeah, I hear that. And I was like, all right, now time to get out of here. And I wiped my ass and left.
Dude, at this point in my life, I have no concern making myself look like a fool in front of a stranger.
To this day, I have no problem shitting in public. I don't give a fuck if it's loud. I'm going to blow it up, dude. If I have to dump waste out of my bowels, fuck you. I'm doing it. I don't care what you think.
Yeah.
If you're like, ew, it smells. Like, yeah, yours does too. You eat a dick and move along.
That's easily something that I've realized over the last last probably 2 years. Sometimes you just have to embrace the fucking cringe. Yeah. You're going to be put in situations and sometimes you just have to laugh through it.
Oh, yeah.
And hope the other person
sucks it.
Doesn't think about it.
Yeah, sucks it dry.
Like,
you know?
you gotta, like, if you're in a fucking uncomfortable situation, like, you gotta make the joke. Be like, yeah, this is fucking weird. Like, we're both here. This is happening, you know?
Dude, yeah, we set it off together. And, like, that's a moment I'll never forget. And that's why I just, like, I'm not afraid to just shit in public anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, man, dude, when you work a job like I work, like, I understand you don't always get bathroom breaks when you have to shit, but, like, sometimes I don't even get bathrooms, you know. Just the other day, I had to take this struggle shit in the woods, you know, and I don't want any of you coming on this podcast and being like, ew, it's gross. You're talking about shit. Everybody shits, you know.
Everybody shits. And nobody shits but you.
I'm a land surveyor, so I have to shit in some fucking weird places, and I feel like it's funny to tell people the places I shit, right?
Yeah.
So we were staking this property line through this little stretch of woods. And I was like, all right, I got to go, brother. I'm sorry. I got to go take a shit in the woods. So I took off down the hill with some napkins, sheets, napkins, and the woods. Sheets, napkins, and a tree.
But they biodegrade really quickly because they suck.
Yeah, it's sheets.
Yeah,
so,
it's sheets. They're brown.
Yeah, sheets is fucking awesome, but sheets doesn't suck. Anyway, I go to take a shit, right? And butt sheets don't work. But the tree that I happened to lean up against was like, coincidentally super close to the property line we were staking. So like as we were going through, I was like, I hope he doesn't look over there
or smell,
because there's just a fat shite right there in the woods.
Yeah, it just smells like fat ass in that general vicinity.
Yeah, dude. If the homeowner goes down there,
he's like, let me check their work,
dude. You have no idea. You have no idea. Today I was in the middle of downtown South City. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And downtown South City, and I just had to like weasel my way through this like big hedge bush to the back between this person's house and their bush and just like take a leak. And I was like, oh, this sucks. Like, why do I do this?
I thought about pissing in a trailer the other day.
Food Lion had a bathroom available all the time.
Target barely does.
You know?
I mean, barely does.
Yeah, Target. That Target place, I'm not editing any of it
the stores, they have one bathroom. Normally it's at the front, but like if you're all the way in the back, you can't get to it.
It's a guest bathroom.
Yeah, but also the place that I work.
Everyone in that fucking place uses.
Yeah, the place that I work, it's a 6-minute walk to the bathroom. Yeah. And then when you get there, it's a 10-minute wait because another motherfucker's in the stall. So like,
do you have any like qualms or quarrels when it comes to bathrooms? Like, will there be a bathroom that you just won't use?
I mean, not really, because the closest bathroom is like a 5-minute walk, and the farthest is like a 7-minute walk. So if they're cleaning the closest one, then I have to walk to the farthest one anyways.
I'm talking about just like in general. Like if you go
like
to a
restaurants?
gas station or something and it's like dirty, will you just like not use it?
Like little standalone gas stations, I won't.
You won't just like take a shit in a gas station?
Not like a All right, we're talking location wise. Gas stations, yes, but like a little like mom and pop shop gas station.
No, no matter how bad you have to go. No, dude, I've been at points where I'm like begging
I've got sour
for just
cream
a toilet.
containers in my car. Growing up, growing up in our vehicles, like since we were little, because me and my brothers for some reason threw up a lot as kids. I threw up especially a lot as a child. Not from shitting. No, mom just kept them in the car for like if we're on a road trip and we need to throw up.
I just wanted to ask. I wonder why, to see if you were like, maybe that is it.
Yeah, no, I shat in like the normal amount
sour
for a human being.
Sour cream containers?
Yeah, like the little plastic Tupperware, like the, It's literally just a plastic bowl in case a child needs to yak, and you could just throw it away.
Yeah. That's fair.
It's better than the car
but
or like a bag that might break. No, I didn't shit in one. I've never shat in a Tupperware.
You fucking heard it here first, folks. Jordan Baker never shat in a
Can
Tupperware.
confirm, but for $20, I might do it on Patreon and send you a video of it.
You might try it.
I might send it.
OnlyFans. Let's take a fucking nap.
You might see some dangling.
Oh God, that's ass. What is that? Rotten onion?
It's IPA.
What is it?
IPA stands for Carter Can't Hang.
Is it the draft Bold Rock? Bold Cock?
No, it's the IPA Bold Rock. I said that already.
Oh, that's gross. What is it?
It's IPA.
What does that mean?
It's dry hop cider. That's what IPA stands for.
Dude, shout out Stranger Things.
Shout out what does that have to do with dry hop? Oh, hop.
So you guys know next week we'll probably get probably
getting tore up.
Here's the thing, dude. Here's the fucking thing.
Here's the thing,
Morty.
Yeah.
Next week, we'll probably get fucking drunk and talk about Stranger Things, because tonight, as recording, we're going to watch the fucking fourth season finale of Stranger Things. Fucking shit's a movie.
Hell yeah.
And I'm hyped for it, dude. I've been mentally preparing for it all fucking day.
I just watched episode 8 this morning after I got off work, and then I went from laying on the couch facing the TV. The episode ended. I faced the other way, and I was out.
Yeah, and then you woke up to me coming home.
Yeah, I didn't shower for like 2 days. I worked 2 full shifts, 12-hour manual labor, smelling like absolute ass.
12-hour night shifts.
12-hour night shifts. Never on a forklift. No, but you mentioned
bicycle certified.
Basically, what you were saying earlier, like that you liked your job. My job has its good days. And yet, last night was just not one of them.
No,
you
don't always have them.
It was the most frustrating managerial-wise shift that I've had probably since I've worked there. And I think the reason it is because for the last 3 weeks, I was being trained in the R&D department, which is received, not diverted. Yeah. It's stuff that's received by the department I normally work, but it hasn't been diverted by outbound. It's the stuff that just goes straight through the warehouse and gets sent out to other like stores.
Right.
So that stuff is flow versus reserve that just gets stored in our warehouse. So received, not diverted is I'm looking for anything that has been received but has not been diverted in over 6 hours, and there is more than 5 of that specific item. So basically, I just walk laps around the entire warehouse, and I'm like looking for shit for like 12 hours, and I'm looking for shit for like 6 hours, and then doing like 6 hours of paperwork, dude. It's basically like puzzles. Yeah. It's like you're playing hide and seek, and you get back, and you're doing Sudoku, and you're doing like math equations and shit.
That's like kind of like what my job is like. My job is like puzzles, but it's like physical terrain. Does that make sense?
I would fucking love your job, genuinely. Like, if I like doing that job in that warehouse, I would love doing like something even remotely similar in nature.
My job's like puzzle aspect is like, will I be able to see this specific iron pin in the ground behind that tree?
Yeah.
You know?
It's like a physics puzzle.
My entire job is like a physical obstacle course of just nature.
Yeah.
Like when I'm doing a traverse through the mountains, I have to just chop a line through the woods. Like a linear line of sight through the entire forest.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is pretty fucking cool, man.
I mean, basically what the R&D department is just you're marking down where stuff is. Like if I find this non-con sitting in this trailer, like I mark it down, it's on its way to where it's supposed to be, but these motherfuckers aren't doing their job and they need to work faster and they need to like, but like the other day I found a trailer. There was.
If they're not doing their job, they're not doing their job, dude.
So there was, yeah.
Bottom line.
Well, not necessarily, because the other day I'm working with the problem solvers. The R&D department is under the problem solvers.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm a problem solver, but I solved a problem.
You solve it.
When you're working in art, which is the fast place, like there's 4 people, 2 throwing, 2 on the line, right? If you get non-con, but it's not enough of it that it would be worth kicking the trailer and then bringing it back, because it takes a while to kick the trailer out. If it's just a little bit of it, they'll make us like take it out of the trailer, and if it's big stuff, we'll just put it on like a pallet. If it's little stuff, we'll like group it together and then put a couple of them on a pallet, and then that will go in what is called an IBT trailer. So that IBT trailer,
I feel like I know how to do your job.
yeah, I'm training you how to do it.
Why?
But that IBT trailer, it gets pulled out of art, and then it goes all the way to the other side of the warehouse to outbound, right? Yeah. So they pull it in, and there's a 100 dock in outbound.
Stop looking at the screen.
So the IBT trailer, it gets moved from art, and then it gets put in outbound, right? So I was working this one shift, and it always goes to like the 100 dock. It goes between normally like door 60 and door 58.
Yeah.
Because they only need like 3 doors for it.
2.
So it's 3 because it's 60, 59, and 58.
Fuck you.
Be smarter.
Right.
So I went down.
Smart.
There was no IBT trailer there, and I was looking at my list, and there was a lot of non-con items that were from the same art door. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, it came out of this art door. They would put it into this IBT trailer. It's a lot of the same. It's not like a lot of different items, but all of this stuff is missing. So in my mind, I'm like, it's in a fucking trailer and it's out in the yard somewhere, and we're never gonna fucking find it. But what they did was, instead of putting it on the 100 dock, for some reason they put it on the 400 dock and didn't tell anybody. So it had sat there for 12 hours, just somewhere, nowhere knew, like no one knew where it was. And the guys that were working IBT, which is like you drive the forklift that can pick up 3 pallets at a time. It's really fucking long, and you just stage it in the non-con area of outbound. Those guys were like, yeah, we've just been standing around for like the last 9 hours. Like, we've had nothing to do. It's been sitting down there.
Do something.
And no, like
find it.
They've been clean. Well, they didn't know it was there because no one fucking told them, and that's where 3060 goes. So like they're not working 3060, and they're not looking for 3060.
I don't know, man. I don't know what any of that shit
So like
means.
it had sat there for 9 fucking hours. 3060 is just different. Like, it's a different position.
Thank you.
But for some reason they were putting like this trailer where it wasn't supposed to be, and no one knew where the fuck it was because no one fucking communicated that. And it was from the shift before us. So everyone knew that was like what was going on. Is at home asleep, you know?
Yeah.
Wild.
Crazy.
Wild. But I solved that problem. That was a problem I actually solved because I went out and I just started ripping open doors. I was like, I'm going to find this shit. Like, I'm going to find this shit. And it's the last thing that I fucking do. So, but I fucking love that position. And I would work that position until I die, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, I basically, the last R&D shift that I worked, they had me training someone. And in my mind, I called it. I was like, they're having me train you so that the next shift they're going to throw me in art and you're going to work R&D after me working it for 3 weeks straight. Yeah. And that's exactly what the fuck they did.
Yeah.
And it was almost every bad thing that happened that day, I fucking called. And that RC driver that dropped those 2 pallets almost ran me over with a forklift the day before.
Yeah, get him fired.
You know? I'm trying to. I went to my manager and I was like, hey, like, he almost hit me. Like, I could have been, like, genuinely, I could have been seriously injured. Like, people have lost their fucking leg to these things. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to fuck around with that.
They're
like,
monsters.
This guy does not drive safe. Mm-hmm. And as seen by him dropping a 10-foot pallet by snapping it in half because he only picked up half of it, like, no common sense, like, no real, like, safety concern. And the pallet he was putting it on.
So is he forklift certified?
Well, yeah.
So you're all just dumb then?
Well, not all of us. I drive safely because I'm not
a
dick. Yeah, I've never dropped. I've dropped 1 pallet, and I tell you what, I yelled "fuck" like really loud, and my manager at the time, Kevin, I love him, I miss him, and if Kevin was still my manager, I would be a little bit happier. But I yelled "fuck," and I just see him come riding down in his little like 3-wheel chariot, and he just comes over, he's like, "Hey, you okay?" He just like he was checking on me first before he even looked at the shit that I dropped, and I was like, yeah, I don't do this shit. I don't drop pallets. I don't fucking do that. And he was like, well, you'll have that on those like lateral stacked pallets, because we try to like do a pattern where it's like the boxes are like overlaying each other so it holds together tighter.
So let me ask you something.
If you're stacking like perfectly square boxes straight up, then they're just in like pillars.
Yes.
And they like fall over really easy.
That's
but
how
if they're
boxes
stacked
work.
over top of each other, like the friction holds it together.
It's like a puzzle.
But it came from like out of the trailer already on a pallet built like that. And when I went to move it, it fell. So it's not like I built it like that, but I was fucking pissed off. And he was like, you okay? Like, it happens sometimes. Don't worry about it.
He probably thought you were about to shoot at the fucking warehouse.
Or myself.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was pissed off at myself. I was like, I don't allow myself to make these kinds of mistakes. Like,
yeah, that's a problem with your inner child.
Because I'm harder on myself than you could ever be regardless.
Yeah. It's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a bad problem. You should get that figured out. Go to therapy, bud. I highly recommend it.
Go back to therapy, bud.
I've done it. Doesn't work.
It
Just
depends.
kidding. I haven't done it.
I've done it, and it depends on the therapist, because I've had I've had 2 bad therapists.
Yeah.
I haven't had a
what were
therapist
you going
I've really
to those
connected
therapists for?
Childhood trauma. Don't ask that to anybody.
At what point, huh? Don't answer it.
When I was 17, I went to therapy for a while. Because I was treating my mom really fucking bad, and I was like a huge piece of shit to my mom.
Okay,
and
we don't gotta get into all this.
You asked for it, and that's probably something that I regret more than almost anything, is that like 17 until maybe 2 weeks. I moved out of my mom's house 2 weeks after I turned. I'm talking about this. You need to shut the fuck up.
Jordan, this is a comedy podcast.
You asked a question. I'm just giving you a solid answer.
I was trying to work my way to a joke, but I just didn't get there. Jordan,
anyways,
please.
I cursed out my mom
Jordan,
a lot, and I feel really bad for it.
Please, please stop. This is like the fucking incest bit you did.
What? No, this
a lot of people don't know about that because I cut it out.
This is just real life. I'm just being genuine.
Yeah, but
I was fucked up at 17.
Yeah. You want to be on
19.
my podcast again?
Yeah.
There we go. Let's talk about it on there.
Save that for your podcast.
Yeah. This is a comedy podcast.
Shout out Carter's podcast. Window to the
Soul, S-O-L-E.
S-O-L-E. Shout out to go follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts if you're on there. At Sorry to Inconvenience You. Follow my personal Instagram account, Jojo Bug Baker. Add me on Snapchat,
Instagram,
Jordo Bako.
Yeah, add him on Tinder.
Add me on Tinder. Same name as normal.
Same name. Yeah, normal name. Yeah, find him.
Imagine using like Tinder as like a GPS to figure out where someone is.
Dude, that would be creepy as fuck.
I mean, I'll be on Tinder sometimes and I'll be like, "Oh, you're the manager at this town Papa John's," or "You're like the delivery driver for this town Papa John's." So in my head, I'm like, "Well, you're really pretty. Maybe I'll just like go to that town and order a pizza and then like ask if you want to stay and split it with me," or something stupid like that. I'm like, you could use someone's account.
Is that something you'd actually do?
No, but it's so easy to find people. Like, people give away so much of their personal information.
Yeah.
My Tinder, where it said when I had Tinder, it would say, I put job description. I just said boxes. Boxes. Whenever anybody asks me what I do anymore for work, I just say boxes.
Wow, that's so unhelpful.
Fuck them. I work in a warehouse.
Okay. Like a little lip, dude. So
you ripped a little lip after work the other day?
Right back after work yesterday.
You were ripping a lip with your buddy after work the other day.
Actually, he was supposed to go, but he didn't.
That bitch.
He said it was gonna rain, but it was just windy. But so I was at work yesterday, and I got off at a pretty decent time. And buddy of mine, the one who gave us the habaneros, if you guys know.
That bitch!
Yeah, he's a good guy, though. You'll meet him one day, I'm sure.
I hope not. I might hit him. Yeah, I'm kidding. It was fine. I love you.
He showed me this pond, like, just down the road from where I work.
Right.
And he was like, "Oh, yeah, you can fish there. It's, like, public." And I was like,
"Oh, yeah, you were telling me that."
Dude, so I took my fishing pole the other day, and yesterday, I had a podcast to record, but I just told my guest that I was like, hey, just come at 6. I got off at 3:30 and I was like, I'm gonna
go fishing, dude.
I'm gonna go fish for a little bit.
It's nice outside.
Dude, I caught that little hog.
Oh, little hog, dude. Show the camera. Dude, just put that. Hold on.
It's a little
Fuck
baby.
Fuck that. Just post it up there and post.
I will, dude.
Yeah,
oh,
dude,
fuck
that's tough. Put it right there.
Here.
Bam! Look at that fish.
Do it again.
Fish!
Fish!
Look at the fish.
Look at this fish.
Look, the borders of the fish picture.
Oh, right there?
Yeah, this is where I want you to put it.
Here's the fish picture.
Fish picture.
Look at this fish picture right over Jordan's face.
Look at this photograph.
And end fish picture.
Every time I do it makes me want to fish. You know?
Yeah. Have you ever fished?
Dude, I fished a fuck ton. I just never had a license.
You ever caught like a big old bass? You ever fought a fish in?
Nah, I'm more of a little game kind of person.
Okay, no, yeah, that makes sense.
I do little game fishing.
That makes sense. Yeah, little game, little boy. It makes sense. Come with me fishing sometime. Hey, get a license like a real man.
I need to get a pole like a real man.
You need to get a fucking driver's license of what you need to get, dude. I'm sick of driving you everywhere.
Just like we always talked about.
I don't know, dude. You're 21. You should have that shit by now. You have 2 cars, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, but neither one of them are registered.
Yeah, well, here's the deal.
What are they gonna do? They're gonna get me for the license? No.
No, here, listen here. I have some final thoughts on the episode. This is gonna close out my thinking for the day.
Yeah, that's me too, dude.
I was sitting outside earlier, post work, pre pod. You know what I mean?
How it be?
Post work, pre work. If you ask anybody.
Fact.
And I was looking out at your Magnum, right? And I was like, dude, that is such a sweet car for $100. And then Destiny said that it was making some weird noises. And I was like, dude, honestly, take that shit to a garage and just be like, fix it.
Well, I know what it is.
And if it's like $2,000 for a bill, it's like, that's still a $2,100 V8 Hemi, dude.
Like, right, exactly. Well,
steal.
The noise it's making, it's on the passenger side rear wheel. And it almost felt like a flat tire. But it's making kind of like this.
Your brakes fucked?
It's not the brakes. It's I'm pretty sure it's the wheel bearing in the back. So if it's something like that,
sure.
I've done a ball joint, but a wheel bearing, I'm pretty sure you have to press in and press out. So that might be difficult because I don't have like a machine press and I don't think I have any hand presses to use, and I don't want to like use some like mechanic like half-ass like some half-ass like the tools that I have jerry rig something and kind of hit it with a hammer out. Like I don't want to fuck something up, so I might.
Plus, if you take it to a garage, then if it's fucked up afterwards, they're liable for it.
Yeah, and like my main concern is it's not like a huge concern because I can just keep topping off the oil, but the oil pan leaks. As long as I watch it, like, and I keep oil in it, like. It's gonna leak and it's gonna be like in our parking spot and like that, and that's a huge inconvenience. But like, if it's gonna be like,
sorry to inconvenience you.
If it's gonna be like $900 to like, because you have to drop the whole front end, parts and labor. It's like 5 hours of labor, which would be like $160 per hour of labor. I'm not even gonna fucking think about how much money that would be. But like, just keep oil in it. Wheel bearing, I'll probably, if it's something I could do by myself, I'll do by myself. If not, that probably won't be super expensive to get replaced. But
I'm just saying, it's a sweet car, dude.
Oh yeah, I saw an all white one the other day, like all white, blacked out windows, dude. I was looking at it, I was like, oh, I wish I was driving my Magnum.
Yeah.
I hate seeing Magnums when I'm not driving the Magnum, and I saw a Capri the other day while I was driving the Magnum. Yeah. It's like the first Capri I've seen in a while. It was like that weird like seafoam green.
Yes, I know that one. It's an XR2 also.
Yeah, dude, I saw it and I was like, oh, I should be driving mine right now.
Yeah. So
and saving fuel.
I've fucking fallen in love with that Mazda.
Yeah.
Like that Mazda
that thing is fucking sweet,
man. I love driving that thing.
Dude, I've seen a couple of them just completely like roided out, like slammed down, dude. Not like a too much. I think it was like a duck bill or a duck tail.
I want to get one.
Dude, oh my God, they're so pretty.
I saw one the other day. One, it was all blacked out, and then the other one, it was. You know how some Honda Civics will have like smaller rims but fatter tires, but the wheel is still really small.
Yeah,
it had some of those tires on it.
Just real meaty tires.
Just real meaty tires
on the
with
front
like
or the rear,
black
or both,
thick rims. You know, on both of them, matching tires on all of it, and it was cherry red. And I was like,
nice,
like tinted windows and everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's sweet, dude.
Hey, man.
Like,
I might actually, after I go to the beach, I'm going to the beach for a week. It's going to be great. And I'm going to talk all the fuck about it. Not a week, but
like 5 days.
Yeah, maybe Thursday through Sunday, I think.
That's
I'm
like 4 days.
I'm off for a full week, is what I mean. Like I'm
For
off for
your
7 days
shifts.
because I still have to work the next Monday.
Yeah,
but
I
then I'm
got
off
you.
again for like my 4 days.
Gotcha.
But going to the beach.
Yeah, dude.
But
You'll have
after I get back from the beach, I might end up selling the Capri in a little while.
We need to start taking more personal travel pictures and shit, doing some stuff with the pod Instagram, just like showing people where we're at and shit.
Yeah.
We need to start doing that. So maybe think about doing that while you're down
one
there.
of my dreams with the podcast is I would love to run an episode of the podcast in every state.
When we go on tour?
No, literally just just because we could if we wanted to. Like we could go to the western one that's like 2 hours away, like an hour away or whatever, and just like post up in like a campground, just have like trees and woods behind us and just run an episode of the pod, you know? Like I would love to do an episode of the pod like in front of the Grand Canyon and like have these like fucking huge like scenic backdrops behind us, like just no green
pods.
screen, just right fucking there, dude.
Yeah.
Birds and shit everywhere.
I don't know if we could do that, but we could try.
Well, I mean, the Grand Canyon, we'd have to figure out a way to do it because I don't think we'd be able to set it up like around like the overlook.
Yeah.
Because I think they actually have people like staff, because they have like gift shops and stuff, and they have staff and like there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
But you can also do like the 3 day like trail.
I don't know. I was there for a morning.
I know that the owner of the dealership I used to work at, he was talking about it.
He also owns the Grand Canyon. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you told me that before.
And the people that do the tours.
Yeah.
And wait, no,
Whoa.
no, that's not
Whoa!
what I meant.
He said it, not me.
No,
all right, we got him, boys.
I meant they work for him.
Take him out.
They get paid.
Huh? They get paid, but they don't get to leave.
No, hey, that's a job. Dude, there's so many nights that I just want to leave and I can't because I won't get paid, you know?
Yeah, facts.
That's work.
I hear that. For real.
Bruh, I relate.
Stop.
I didn't touch you.
I know.
I did now.
You thought about it with your Willem Dafoe hands. Green Goblin ass looking boy.
I stand by that though. I want to record an episode of the podcast in every state.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Fuck it. Send it.
And we also have to end that journey with our 51st episode at the Four Corners.
We can
4 states.
Like that would be tough. That would be tough.
We just each put a foot and an ass cheek in each state.
Actually, no, top 5. Top 5. So the four corners would be 5, 4, 3, and 2, and the number 1 would be Hawaii.
We'd have to get to Hawaii somehow.
Yeah.
If we were,
but that would be like the final stop, like the best to beat it all, dude.
So you guys
just run
know
an
what
episode.
That means.
Yo, what if we ran an episode of the podcast on one of the black beaches in Hawaii? The sand is just pitch black.
Oh my god, that
would be so fucking
crazy.
Pretty, dude.
So crazy.
Crystal blue water. I love that idea.
You guys know what to do. Blow this shit up so we can have the funding to do a podcast in each and every state.
Yeah. Or we might just start using a green screen as a bit.
That too. We might just start doing that too.
Yeah.
Either way, don't be mad at us if we do. Don't be mad.
Yeah.
Don't be mad at us if we do use a green screen, you know?
Yeah, why you have to be mad? It's only a game.
It's not mad. It's only a game.
Yeah.
However, do you have anything you want to shout out? I know we shouted out some stuff before. Shout out my podcast, Window to the Soul, SOLE. Window to the Soul on podcast. Window Pit Set Hut.
Mm-hmm.
Window to the Soul podcast on Instagram. Window to the Soul on Twitter. Follow me on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, of course.
And shout out to my boy Kalen that was working the line with me last night. He's one of the only reasons that I didn't walk out last night.
He's one of the only reasons I didn't kill myself.
A shout out to my my manager Jong, the only manager that didn't fuck with me all night. So shout out to the two of them.
Shout out to those two, man.
Gang.
Anything else you want to share with the class, dude? I know you're a dirty little boy.
Put your hand away. We can't stop it yet.
I know we are.
I'm good. I got all my beefs and qualms, and really, I probably shouldn't have talked about all that, but I don't care. It's out there.
No, yeah,
Fuck
we know. Yeah, this is just gonna be Jordan's rant about a terrible day at work episode.
I mean, like, it's nothing confidential. I went to HR, and HR went to the manager I was complaining about, so they broke confidentiality. So, like, I'm chilling.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget to check out next week's episode of the podcast. We're doing a power hour, so you're not going to want to miss that.
Yeah, we're gonna probably get really drunk.
Yeah, we definitely did last time, but anyway. So yeah, you guys, thanks for listening, and you all have a good Thursday afternoon.
Make sure to get some
maybe
sleep.
Friday morning.
Yeah,
maybe Saturday night.
Yeah,
Who
after
knows?
watching it on the weekend, make sure to get some rest on your time off.
Comment on this post, this YouTube channel, or the post on Instagram, and tell us what day and time you were listening to this. Comment's a comment, right?
Yeah, and where from? Social?
Yeah, social security.
Mom's maiden name. Mom's first pet's name.
Mom's social media.
First pet's name.
Let's take a fucking nap. Dude, I got it.
I'm glad you leaned left, dude.
Dude, I know for real. I got that shit hardcore. I'm hard. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, why'd you touch my leg that high?
Dude, I went out there and our neighbor was like, Jordan, I thought you were naked. I was like, no, I'm just wearing a blanket around me because I'm bricked up right now. I just
Jesus
woke up.
fucking Christ, man. You're an animal. Absolutely disgusting.